just I'm looking right, baby. She wanna link, I'm only out here for the night, baby. I'm Puerto Rico, Casamigos with the Sprite, baby. She wanna fuck with the scammers, talk to me nice, baby. She hit the bottle and the holders wobble wobble. Just started fucking for a fight, the Cabo wobble. African swing, hit spin, hit the throttle. She wanna fuck with the gangsters, talk to me nice, baby. Finish the bottle when I hope then she a model. She in the mirror like it's showtime.
I am in the building. I am in the building. Welcome to the Check-in Report. The show will start soon. We got to get to the political bootlicking. The political bootlicking. Ow.
This bitch is bad, she fucking all the drug dealers. I took his bitch and then I took his plug, nigga. Have her back, I'm getting to the bag.
Meg the Stallion, we got to talk, baby. You're over here shucking and jiving for the political left. We got to talk, baby. Meg the Stallion. Meg the Stallion over here shucking and jiving for the political left. We're gonna talk about it.
Smoking gelato when the Tahoe smell the fucking jar. She wanna ride with me cause we look like some movie stars. The stody moving faster than a speeding car. Coming through the door with no panties on. Popping Molly's and you know she took his anti-bar.
Ow.
Talking about a Mazda is a family car.
Ow.
I hit her with a curve, then the coup de grace. Zillow games, I'm shaking up the dice, baby. She wanna stay with me so we can make the night, baby. She wanna be with me so I can lay the pipe, baby. I'm only out here for the night, baby. I'm only out here for the night, baby. Ferragamo on my chest, I'm looking right, baby. She wanna link, I'm only out here for the night, baby. I'm Puerto Rico, Casamigos with the Sprite, baby. She wanna fuck with the scammers, talk to me nice, baby. She hit the bottle and the holders wobble wobble. Just started fucking for a fight, the Cabo wobble. African swing, hit spin, hit the throttle. She wanna fuck with the gangsters, talk to me nice, baby.
Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Check-in Report. I am your humble yet gracious host, True and Livin. I'm not your homie, I'm the one and only Macaroni. Welcome to the Check-in Report, y'all. Fredro, I see Fredro in the building. Fredro, what's up, Fredro? Salute. Meg the Stallion, Quavo from Migos, we gotta talk. We gotta talk. The Democrats have entertainers, black entertainers. They got them shucking and jiving, tap dancing, if you will, for the political left. Meg the Stallion, are you on stage twerking for the political left? Say it ain't so, baby girl. And truly, guys, it's insulting. If you don't know, Kamala Harris had a campaign rally out there in Atlanta, Georgia. She had Kamala Harris come out there and shake that little doodle maker for her, for the political left. You know, she out there shaking that doodle maker for the political left. Trying to get all those hot girls at the booths. Quavo, he came out, you know, he said a couple words. We're going to get to the clips. We have the clips. We will be playing the clips tonight. We're also going to talk about Kamala Harris and her using jive talk to try to sway black voters into voting for her. We're going to talk a little bit about that because she did a little jive talk when she was talking to the Atlanta, Georgia people out there. Salute to JT. I see JT's in here. We're going to talk about Kamala tonight. Kamala Harris, she had people come out to Atlanta, Georgia. And listen. We're going to see more black entertainers shucking and jiving, high-fiving for the political left. It's going to continue. Trying to get those political butter biscuits. It's absolutely appalling. And I have to ask the question, and this is my question for tonight. Let me take a sip of water. I have a question for you guys tonight, and I want you guys to answer seriously, answer with your hearts and minds. I want you to answer this question. How low does the political left think of people, of black people? Like literally. I want to ask you, are the Democrats insulting black people's intelligence? With the people that they chose, the fact that they got Meg the Stallion to come out in Atlanta, Georgia and shake that doodle maker to get votes, it troubles me. All of the prominent black people that you could have selected, you could have told Oprah to get the crust out of her eyes. You know? Put on those librarian glasses and get in front of the black people and talk, sister girl, talk. You could have told Barack Obama to go up there, start, talking that jive talk. Start singing Al Green. And convict the people into voting for her. All of the people that they could have selected, prominent black people in enterprise, black people in entertainment, actors that they could have selected and got up there. They chose the hot girl herself, Meg the Stallion, to get on stage and shake her little doodle maker to get the votes of black women galvanized. Is the political left insulting black people's intelligence? This is what I want to know. I want to know. I want to know from black people, even from white people. Humor me. Is the political left insulting our intelligence? With the crop of people that they selected to come out at this rally and campaign for Kamala Harris. When Barack Obama was running, let me just take you back, it's a little bit back. Just do your Googles, do your history. Think about the prominent people Barack Obama got to come out. Think about it. He had Oprah come out. He had Jay-Z come out. I believe Beyonce came out, different black actors, prominent black people, not hot girls, but prominent black people in entertainment. He had them come out and campaign for him. The Democratic left, they think so lowly of black people that they got the hot girl herself, Meg the Stallion, to get on stage and shake that little doodle maker. We're going to play the video very soon, y'all. But what I'm asking y'all, this is what I want to know. Keep voting, and hit the like button. Make sure you hit that like button when you're walking in the building. Are the Democrats insulting black people's intelligence? I've been feeling like this for a very long time. I feel like the Democratic left, they come into our neighborhoods, they come to the church, they do their little rallies, they get a rapper like Meg the Stallion, shake that little doodle maker. They don't promise black people anything. They're not giving them any they're not incentivizing them to vote. They just come out there and they bring the little famous rapper and they tell them, vote, get out and vote for me. If you're a black woman and you're in Atlanta, you should feel disrespected that Kamala Harris came to your town and thought that bringing Meg the Stallion on stage to shake her little doodle maker was going to galvanize you and convict your soul to vote for that woman. You should be clapping at her right now. You should be clapping at Meg the Stallion for shaking a little doodle maker on stage, and you should be clapping at Kamala Harris for thinking that that was going to be enough to make you vote for them. Just letting it be known. I have to say it. Now, maybe it's time to get into the whole performance of what Meg the Stallion was doing on stage when she was doing what she was doing. Let me just make sure the audio is off on this thing. Oh yeah, okay, the audio was off on this thing. So this was Meg the Stallion. She was on stage shaking that little doodle maker of hers. Trying to get the people to galvanize to vote for Kamala. Let's just play. I'm not going to play the music because it's just music playing. But just take a look at the performance here. She got this little blue outfit on. This tight blue outfit. Now keep in mind, there's children, there's senior citizens in the stands here. Children and seniors that just want to vote for the political left because they've been, they've been brainwashed to vote for the Democrat no matter who's running and what they're running for. But she comes out in this blue outfit, tight outfit, and she starts twerking, doing a little twerk on stage. Take a look at her. Take a look at this girl. Take a look. Look at her. Look at her gyrating, shaking the hips. Is this what I should be voting for? Is this what I should be voting for, y'all? Meg the Stallion gyrating those hips, shaking that little doodle maker. Is that what's going to galvanize me to vote? Let me know. And that's what I'm asking tonight. Are the Democrats trying to insult our intelligence? They got this black woman shucking and jiving, high-fiving, tap dancing for the political left, shaking that little doodle maker for votes for Kamala Harris. Let's continue. Look at her. Remember, it's children and senior citizens in the crowd. It's not just, adults, consenting adults. Elders are in the crowd. They don't want to see this black woman shucking and jiving, shaking that doodle maker. This is not Magic City. This is not Magic City, Meg. This is a campaign trail. This is a campaign rally. Meg the Stallion, there's little kids in the crowd. This is not Magic City. This is not Club 112. They didn't come out here to see that. But see, this is what the political left does. They don't care. They just want to grab any black entertainer that they can grab to get any type of vote that they can get, that's going to galvanize people to vote. They're doing all that gyrating. Now, let me ask y'all this. Hear me out with this. Why did they just tell Meg, hey, Meg, think about it. Think about how think about how dumb they think black people are. They could have asked Meg, hey, Meg, you're a black woman. You're from the black community. How about you go up there and speak to the black women in the crowd? How about you go out there and tell people to vote? They said, nah. We want you to go up there and shake that little doodle maker. She could have sat up there and said, you know what? I want to be this, I want to take this point in time in my career to have some self-respect. I want to take this point in time in my career to show people that there's more to me than just me gyrating and shaking my little doodle maker, showing off my body. Let me show people, let me show black women, let me show everyone that I can speak eloquently, that I can talk to the masses, that I can convey a powerful message to young girls out there to vote. The Democrats thought so lowly of this woman, they said, no, we do not want you to speak. We want you to get on that stage and shake that doodle maker. Oh, Sinclair's in the building. Hey, Sinclair, how you doing, Sinclair? What's up, Sinclair? But think about that. I want y'all to think about that. That's how lowly they thought of this woman. So when I'm asking the question down below, the question is, let me just look at the question, what it was. The question is, are the Democrats insulting black people's intelligence, right? And in my opinion, I believe that, to me, as a black man, as a black voter, this is insulting to my intelligence that you couldn't bring somebody up there of high regard. You couldn't bring somebody on that stage that can convey a message, that could articulate going out and voting for Kamala Harris during election season. You thought so lowly of the black vote. You thought so lowly of this black woman, Meg the Stallion, which she should feel embarrassed because they did use her. They literally told this woman, no, 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 no. We don't want you on the stage. You all you good for is shaking that doodle maker. You're not good. You're not an intelligent woman. You're not eloquent. You can't convince women to vote. They just want to see you on stage shaking that butt. Spread eagle. Backing it up. Back it up. Back that ass up. Y'all remember the twerk team? Remember the twerk team? They should have told the twerk team to come out. I mean, we in Atlanta, right? Y'all might as well treat it like it's Magic City. Start throwing ones in the campaign rally. I start throwing ones. Start throwing ones at Meg the Stallion. It's damn near a strip club. We got 100 people in the building. Hey, hit my like button. We got like 100 people in the building right now. Hit the like button. What a thrill. Hit that like button, man. We riding out tonight. Hit that like button. Darkness and silence through the night. Hit that like button. We got a lot to get to tonight. What a thrill. It's a thrill to be here with you, but hit that like button. We got a lot to get to. A lot of y'all are searching and melting for that like button. I need you to hit that like button right now. Hit that like button. Put some respect on my like button tonight. And put some respect on my subscriber list, all right? Put some respect on it. But Meg the Stallion, let's get back to Meg the Stallion gyrating those hips for the political left. Tap dancing, shucking and jiving, high-fiving for the political left. Let's get back to it. Look at this woman. Look, backing it up, making it clap. Making them cheeks clap for the political left. This is modern day coonery. I'm just letting y'all know. This is modern day coonery. This is modern day sleep and eat. Modern day Amos and Andy. That's what this is. How can y'all not see through this? And you have to blame the political left. This is how tone deaf they are. They don't think black people are smart enough to bring people up there that's articulate, that can galvanize them to vote. At least when Barack Obama was running, he brought articulate, eloquent people on stage to galvanize people to vote. He brought Oprah on stage. He brought Jay-Z on stage. He had different eloquent and articulate people that were of the community, that were of the culture, that could convey the message. Vote. Go out there and vote. Go out there and be a part of the process. The Democratic left is so tone deaf that they said, no, 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 we want this black woman gyrating, shaking her hips, backing that ass up for the political left. That's what they told this woman. We telling the truth right now. Now let's get back into her gyrating, shaking them hips, shaking that doodle maker. Let's get back into it. Get to the next part of the performance. This is another part of the performance. I'm not gonna play the music because I don't get copyrighted or nothing like that. I'm just playing her because we got more to get to. We got to get to Quavo. We got to get to Quantavious. And we got to get to Kamala Harris with her jive talk. She was up there jive talking. We got to get to her. Let's get back into this Meg thing now. Hold on. Now, keep in mind, y'all, and I have to keep saying this, it's not just adults in these crowds. These are campaign crowds. You have a woman candidate. A lot of women brought their young daughters, brought their young sons to this campaign rally because they want to see a mixed race woman possibly get the presidential, role. But they have turned this campaign rally into a damn strip club. You got this black woman shaking her hips, gyrating her hips, shaking her ass, backing it up. Is this how low they think of black people? Is this how dumbed down they want us? They want us dumbed down. They want to pacify us with entertainers shaking their asses, not with agendas, not with incentivized things that black people should be getting. Kamala Harris. Hold on, let me play my Kamala Harris clip. Hold on, let me play my Kamala Harris. I'm forgetting to play my Kamala Harris hit clip.
I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm gonna do something that's only gonna benefit black people. No.
Instead of saying, "Hey, black people, we're gonna do something for you. We're gonna work on a reparations bill. We're gonna work on a hate crime bill to protect black people from being assassinated in the streets like Sonia Massey, like Trayvon Martin, like Tamir Rice. We're gonna work on a hate crime bill that's going to protect black citizens." Kamala Harris said, nah. Let Meg the Stallion just get on stage and shake her ass. That's good enough for them niggas.
I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm gonna do something that's only gonna benefit black people. No.
So, I mean, it's just insulting to me as a black man, an older black man, as a black voter to see this, to see that this is what the status quo is. This is what they expect from us. This is what they think is going to pacify us at the voting poll.
I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm gonna do something that's only gonna benefit black people. No.
And if you're a black man, if you're a black woman, you're a black voter watching this, you should feel insulted. You should feel insulted that the political left think that this is good enough for us.
I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm gonna do something that's only gonna benefit black people.
No, we're not going to incentivize you in any type of way. We're going to have Meg the Stallion get on stage and shake that doodle maker. That's good enough for them niggas.
I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit black people. No.
You should be disgusted. You should be outraged. You should be flipping over tables. You should be canceling Meg the Stallion. You should never vote for another Democrat ever in your life again. I'm being honest here.
I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm gonna do something that's only gonna benefit black people. No.
Because if they think that this is good enough, that this is good enough to pacify us, that this is good enough to make us be quiet, This is good enough. We're not going to give you change. We're not going to incentivize you in any way. We're not going to build up your communities. We're not going to build any infrastructure in your communities. This is good enough. Meg the Stallion shaking her ass. That's good enough for the black vote. You should be outraged right now.
I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit black people. No.
Now we got to get to, we got to get some more. We got more people to get to. We got more to get to. We got more to get to. Stay tuned. We got more to get to. Hey, right now, we got about 160 people in here. Thank y'all for joining me. Hit that like button right now. Hit that like button right now if you like what you're seeing. If you like what you're seeing, when you like when you're seeing it, hit the like button right now.
What a thrill.
It's a thrill to be here with you, but hit that like button. Know what I mean?
With darkness and silence through the night.
A lot of y'all in the darkness right now. Hit that like button right now. We riding out, man. We got a lot to get to. We got a lot to get to. A lot of y'all in the darkness searching for that like button. Hit that like button right now. You know? We riding high right now. We got about 158 people in the building. Salute to everybody in the building. Now, we have to get to another person. Quantavious. We have to get to Quantavious, a.k.a. Quavo of the Migos. He made an appearance there, and I haven't seen what he said. We have to get to him. I haven't actually seen what he had to say, but we're going to get to it. We got to get to it. Everything must be addressed tonight. Everything must be addressed. So we got to look at what Quavo said. You know, of course, they're pulling out every black entertainer that they could find. Quavo of the Migos, of the legendary group the Migos. Give me 1 second, y'all. Oh wow, why did I just? Oh, I'm back. Oh, my fault. I'm back. All right, but yeah, if you don't know who Quavo is, of the infamous group the Migos, I mean, yeah, you should know him. Popular rapper. I haven't heard what he said. So let's take a look at what he said and what he was saying to galvanize people, galvanize the black vote. I'm hoping that this brother, just hear me out. I'm hoping that this black man, I haven't seen it yet, but I'm hoping that this black man is at least saying what Kamala Harris should be doing. You know, saying, you know, Kamala Harris is going to do this for us. Kamala Harris, I'm pushing and I'm requesting and I'm challenging Kamala Harris to do this. Somebody of the black community, if you're gonna be giving this woman all this the black vote, if you're going to even go out there and campaign for her, somebody of the black community that's shucking and jiving and high-fiving, you should request of her to do something. She should incentivize the black community for voting for her. We need to be incentivized for voting for her. We can't be shucking and jiving, you know, for nothing, for butter biscuits, you know, butter biscuits for token Negroes. That's not good enough anymore for us in 2024. It's not good enough. It's not good enough. It's not good enough. Now let's see what this brother was talking about. Hold on, Quavo. Hold on, Quavo. Hold on, Quavo. The gun violence issue? That's what you up there to talk about? You up there talking about gun violence? I gotta go. Wait, hold on. I gotta go on the screen with this one. Quavo. Quantavious. We need to talk, brother. You went on stage to talk about gun violence? Quavo, all of your music contains you using guns. Are you not the same nigga talking about F12 and I ride it around with the stick and we got the Draco? Is that not your lyrics, Quavo?
I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm gonna do something that's only gonna benefit black people. No.
You have to listen to the rhetoric. Listen, you're gonna see a lot of token Negroes that's compromised. Quavo is compromised. Quavo could have went up there and talked about reparations. He could have went up there and talked about a hate crime bill that's going to protect black citizens. He could have went up there and talked about fixing the infrastructure in the inner city where he comes from in Atlanta. He could have talked about all these different issues. He's up there to talk about gun violence.
What a thrill.
That's very interesting. A lot of token Negroes are going to come out of the woodwork, I'm telling you. And they're pushing a narrative, they're pushing an agenda. And it's just my opinion, if all of your music is you rapping about using a Draco, running around with a stick, shooting off your illegal firearm, all of these lyrics in your rap songs, Quavo, you're looking very hypocritical. Talking about gun violence at the Kamala Harris rally. You look very hypocritical doing that, sir. But let's continue what you had to say.
You can't understand the struggles of gun violence if you're not in the field or in the heart of it.
Hold on. Quavo. Like I said, your music contains you using a firearm. Are you not using firearms in your music? You have songs that are about you talking about drug deals. You talking about using a firearm. You are glorifying these things. You're not J. Cole. You're not a Kendrick Lamar. You're not doing that. You're glorifying of violence in hip hop. You're glorifying drug use and drug paraphernalia and drug dealing in your lyrics. But you went up there to talk about gun violence. This Negro is compromised. The political left has paid Quantavious a bag. Quantavious is compromised. I'm saying it right now. He's compromised. And they gave him a celebratory butter biscuit.
I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm gonna do something that's only gonna benefit black people. No.
They gave him a celebratory butter biscuit and told him to go up there and say what he's saying right now. Let's continue though.
So one thing I learned about working with Vice President Harris is she always stand on business.
Working with her, she's already vowed not to do anything for the black community. Should I play the clip?
I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm gonna do something that's only gonna benefit black people.
Hold on.
I'm not gonna sit here and 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 say I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm gonna do something that's only gonna benefit black people. No.
Is that not her? Is that not her voice? Ladies and gentlemen, is that not her voice vowing not to do anything for the black community? Vowing not to do anything specifically for the black community. What are you talking about, Quantavious? This woman has already made a vow not to do anything for the black community. What are you talking about? She's standing on business. What business? You haven't seen this woman since the last election season when Jim Crow Joe was running. How has she been standing on business? You haven't seen this woman since 2020, since the last election. What business has she stood on besides sending niggas to jail? Did she not send niggas to jail? Did she not send black men to jail for drug infractions? The same drugs that you rap about, Quantavious, the same drugs that you glorify in your music, Quantavious, did she not give black men higher charges than their white counterparts, Quantavious? Quantavious is compromised. Quavo's, he's compromised. He is compromised for the political left. I don't know what they paid him. I don't know what they paid him, but he's compromised. He's sounding compromised on this poop on this on the speech right here.
I mean, one of these issues that I care about is
he sounds absolutely compromised on this thing. Hold on. Yeah, he sounds crazy on this. He sounds like absolutely crazy on this. Hold on.
And in the words of my brother Takeoff, let me get a Kamala.
What?
I'm gonna hand it over to Tyler the Green. Let him talk about his vote and introduce the next president of the United States of America. Yes, sir. So if you
Let me hear that again.
make sure you get out and vote right now, because it's the real one. And in the words
And keep in mind how short his speech was. The nigga was up there in less than a minute. They not letting these niggas speak for, you know, they're not letting these niggas get no good 15-minute speeches off. A good 10, even a good 5 minutes. They're not letting these niggas get a good 5-minute speech off. Look what the Republican National Convention did. They gave Amber Rose the floor. They gave her, you know, the floor to speak. They gave that woman the biggest platform, and they said, we want you to be on our stage. We want to showcase you. We want to allow you to speak. The Democratic left, they might as well have Sandman on the stage, brushing these niggas off. Get off the stage, nigga. They might as well have Sandman from the Apollo brushing these niggas off the stage. They don't want these niggas on the stage. They don't want these niggas to talk for too long. They don't want these niggas to really, you know, show what they're made of and what's going on in their brains. They think these people are dumb, you know? And that's what I'm saying. They have no respect for black people. They don't think that black people can articulate themselves. They think, you know, somebody getting on stage and shouting out, you know, a rap lyric or somebody just twerking on stage is good enough for the black vote. Let me listen to what he said again. Hold on.
words of my brother Takeoff, let me get a Kamala.
See, that's what they want. They want the rapper to get on stage, say something like a little popping phrase, a little popular phrase. Go up there, say a little, you know, go up there, maybe say a prayer. If you're a Meg the Stallion, go up there on the G-string, start twerking. That's what they think of the black vote. That's what they think is going to galvanize us to vote. And it's very insulting. And you should feel insulted as a black voter. You should feel insulted. You should feel insulted and feel like, yo, like this is what they think of the black vote. This is what they think is going to make us come out and vote for them. You know, it's sad. Now, of course, we have to get to Kamala. You know, we have to get to Kamala Harris. We have to get to your baby girl. You're next. Kamala Harris, baby girl, you're next. I got your clip. You're next, baby girl. I need y'all to hit that like button. We got like 158 people in here. Hit that damn like button, y'all. What's wrong with y'all? Hit that like button. Hit that like button in here.
With darkness and silence through the night.
Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Get that like button twerking.
What a thrill.
Get that like button twerking like Meg the Stallion.
I'm searching and I'm melting.
I need y'all to search for that like button. Get that like button going. Let's get to Kamala. Let's get to Kamala, y'all. Let's get to Kamala. We're gonna get to Kamala now. We gotta get to Kamala. You know, we gotta get to Kamala. Let's see what Kamala was talking about when she was up there. You know, let's see. Let's listen to her jive talk. Maybe she said this on stage.
I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm gonna do something that's only gonna benefit black people. No.
Maybe she pulled that one out the rabbit hat. Maybe she said that a couple of times, and you know, people started clapping. Let's see what she's talking about. Oh, hold on. Let me get that up. Hold on. When y'all give me 1 second. All right.
Landlords and cap unfair rent increases.
She's talking about unfair rent increases, right? Keep in mind, hear me out now. She's talking about unfair rent increases and just, you know, stuff of that matter, of that elk. Remember though, it was her administration that got inflation through the roof. It was her administration, the Joe Biden administration that she was the vice president of, that was the reason why you had to make a choice. Should I pay my rent or should I pay for my groceries? It was her administration that made it hard on your pockets. It was her administration that's the reason that you have to struggle and that you have to make a decision. Should I pay for the rent or should I pay for the groceries? It's her administration's fault. But she's up there campaigning for that. That's what you're trying to galvanize people to vote for? When you're the reason why people's rent is so high and why they can't even pay their rent or pay their groceries, that they're starving. Black babies are starving because inflation has rocketed. It's your fault, Kamala Harris. It's your fault. Let's continue.
And we will take on big pharma to cap prescription drug costs for all.
Hold on. None of these issues are top priority issues for the black community. Am I mistaken? Kamala Harris, are you that tone deaf? Sonia Massey was just assassinated in her home. Why aren't you talking about a hate crime bill that's going to protect black women from another white supremacist officer? Why aren't you talking about a hate crime bill that's going to protect the next black woman from being assassinated in her home? Are you that tone deaf? Oh yeah, I forgot.
I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm gonna do something that's only gonna benefit black people. No. I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm gonna do something that's only gonna benefit black people. No. I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm gonna do something that's only gonna benefit black people. No.
This woman is tone deaf. Somebody said it's a woman's issue. Look, Big Pharma is an American issue. The price of people's rent or whatever going up and stuff like that, that's an American issue. Everybody's dealing with these issues. Why aren't you talking about the black issues? Like I said, Sonia Massey was assassinated in her home. Why aren't you talking to the black female populace and assuring them that you will do something about it? You will give justice for the black women that have lost their lives, for the black men that have lost their lives due to the police. Salute to Prep Luke. He says, explain how inflation is her fault. Oh, that's very easy. You want me to explain that? That's very easy. Hold on, I'll get to that. Let's take time to explain why inflation is her fault. Let's take the time out. So during Trump's presidency, right? Inflation was at a standstill. Love them, hate them. That's the facts of it. Now, you may attribute it to the COVID. You may attribute it to different things stopping, yada, yada. But the fact of the matter is inflation was not skyrocketing. Inflation was at a standstill for relatively all of Donald Trump's presidency. Walk with me. Donald Trump handed over the keys to the presidency to the Biden administration. When they took hold of the presidency seat, inflation through the years, in the last 3.5 years or so, inflation has skyrocketed. The price of your groceries, the price of your gas has skyrocketed. Go to the grocery store. That'll assure you. That's her fault. She is a part of that administration. You were a part of that administration that inflation got out of hand and it skyrocketed. It's her fault. Whether you like it or not, she is a part of the problem. She was the one cackling. She's always cackling. She's always laughing. Cackling here, laughing here, while you're struggling to pay your bills, while you're struggling to buy groceries, while your babies in your house, they haven't ate all day because you can't pay your rent and you can't pay your groceries. She's in the White House cackling while inflation is skyrocketing. You can't make the choice whether you should put some gas in your car or you should buy groceries. That's how bad you're hurting right now. It's her fault. She's a part of the problem. You know. It is what it is, you know? It is what it is. Let's get back to what she's talking about because we didn't hear her full speech. Let's continue. I'm not hearing anything that's incentivizing the black community directly. This woman is in Atlanta, Georgia. She's not in Iowa, respect to Sinclair. She's not in Iowa. She's not in Colorado. She's not in North Dakota. This woman is not in Middle America. You are in Atlanta, Georgia. You are the Democratic candidate. Why are you not talking to black people directly to incentivize the black community directly? When Kamala Harris talks to the LGBTQ community, she talks to their issues directly. When she talks to the European Jew community, she talks to their issues and their incentives and their agendas directly. When she talks to the Hispanic community, she talks to their agendas and what they want directly. But when she gets in front of a black audience in the blackest place on planet, Atlanta, Georgia, this is her rhetoric.
I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit black people. No. I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit black people. No. I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit black people. No.
That's all I'm hearing, Kamala. Every time you say something, oh, we're gonna fight Big Pharma.
I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit black people. No.
Oh, we're gonna work on the prices of your we're gonna lower the prices of your apartment and your rent.
I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm gonna do something that's only gonna benefit black people. No.
We're gonna make sure all the middle class families can save $1,000.
I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm gonna do something that's only gonna benefit black people. No.
That's all I'm hearing. That's all I'm hearing. I'm not hearing anything that's going to affect the black community directly. Where are our issues? Why aren't you talking about Sonia Massey? Why aren't you talking about a reparations bill? Why aren't you talking about things that will directly affect black people in Atlanta? You know, somebody said you hit the nail on the head. Exactly. I mean, come on. I'm just telling the truth here. I'm just telling the truth here. Prep Lock says didn't make any points on the inflation question. I did make the points. Maybe you need to clean out your ears. Maybe you need to take time to clean out your ears. If somebody is a part of an administration where inflation got out of hand under their watch, she's a part of the administration. She's vice president. She wasn't cleaning up the house. She wasn't doing the laundry. She wasn't cleaning the windows. This woman she sat on the administration as vice president while inflation was running rampant. She is a part of the problem. Now, if you don't understand that, if you can't comprehend that, then maybe that's just your mental, instability. I don't know what to tell you. You making it sound like, it wasn't her, Kamala just washed she just cleaned Joe Biden's drawers. She just washed the windows. This woman was vice president when inflation was going rampant. She was a part of the problem. She was a part of the administration. Let's continue, though. Let's continue.
One that would raise prices on middle-class families. Just look at his Project 2025 agenda.
See, that's another lie. That's another lie. Donald Trump did not doctor up the Project 2025 manifesto. He did not doctor it up. It was a bunch of right-wing conservatives that doctored up the Project 2025 manifesto. That's who doctored it up. It wasn't Donald Trump. All of this is easy stuff to look up. This is not stuff it's not hard to look up. He had nothing to do with the Project 2012, and that's what Democrats want to do. They want to keep you scared. They want to keep you scared. They want to keep you petrified. Oh, Project 2025. They want you hiding underneath your desk. They want to scare you into voting for them. They don't want you to vote because they have better policies, a better agenda, because they're going to incentivize you. They want you to vote out of scare tactics. That's what they want to vote. That's how they want to get the vote. Now, for me, that's kind of a cheap vote. That's a lazy, cheap vote that you want to scare people into voting for you. Let's continue.
I take it you've seen it. Project 2025 is a plan to weaken the middle class. Be clear.
Again, Project 2025, Donald Trump did not doctor it up. All of this stuff is researchable information. She's making it sound like Donald Trump wrote the manifesto. He was the author, he what does that have to do with Donald Trump? And listen, I'm not a Trump supporter. So if you think I'm a Trump supporter, I'm not a Trump supporter. I don't rock with the political left. I don't rock with the political right-wing conservative. I don't rock with neither parties. But I'm disgusted at the political left because black people have been voting for the political left for over 50 years, and they have never incentivized black people.
I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit black people. No.
So I'm a little bit more disgusted at the political left. all I'm hearing is things that's affecting middle class whites, poor whites, and just, at the average American. I'm not hearing anything in this speech that's talking directly to the black community, to the black agenda. What has she said in this speech, people? I'm sure we got some black people, a few black people in that chat right now. What has she said directly to black people, to our agenda, to what we're looking for her to do, what we're expecting her to do? What has she said in this speech so far that's going to incentivize us in any way? I haven't heard anything. And how tone deaf is this woman? Sonia Massey assassinated in the middle of her home. That has been on the hearts and minds of people for the last few weeks. That image has played in our minds. We've seen this story over and over again. Why aren't you speaking to those black women, assuring them when you step in office, you are going to do something, assuring them when you step in office, you're going to protect them, assuring them that I am one of you and I hear you and I see you and I want to protect black women, I want to protect black citizens? Why aren't you doing that, Kamala Harris? I'll tell you why.
I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit black people. I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit black people. I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit black people. Fire! 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 Fire!
That's why. That's why. She's not working for black people. She has said nothing in this speech as of yet. I'm going to play the whole thing. I think there's another sector we got to get into that's going to incentivize black people directly. Let's continue.
And Donald Trump intends to cut Social Security and Medicare. We will take on.
Let's get to the second part. I haven't heard anything that's going that talks to the black agenda. Will you do anything for black people directly? You're in Atlanta, Georgia, Kamala Harris. You're not talking to a bunch of middle-class white women. You're not talking to a bunch of, respect to the Hispanic community. You're not talking to a bunch of, Latinos. You're not talking to a bunch of, white men in the conservative, down south. You're talking to black women. Black women saw the news. They looked on the news. They saw this black woman, this poor black woman, being assassinated in her home. Why aren't you talking to the black women that seen that video? Why aren't you assuring them that you are going to do something, that a change must happen? All you black women that are, shucking and jiving for Kamala Harris, you need to ask her, you need to ask that question. Why isn't she working for black women? This is a supposed black woman, right? Is it not? Y'all are calling this, a multiculturalist woman a black woman. Are y'all not? Sonia Massey was a black woman. Don't you think that this black woman, this supposed black woman, should invoke change, should do something, that she should be talking to that populace of black women that saw that, that's on their hearts, that's on their minds? Why isn't she doing that? I'll tell you why.
I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit black people. No.
That's why. She's not working for the black populace. She's not working for black women. She's not working for us. So why are we voting for her? Why are we voting for her?
Intends to give tax breaks to billionaires and big corporations.
Again, you're not saying anything that's going to incentivize black people. Give us something that we can incentivize us. Talk about our agendas. There's a lot of issues plaguing the black community. Why aren't you talking to us in that manner? You're talking to the average American, the average white American. Talk to the black community. You're in front of all of these black women. Talk to them.
He intends to gut our investments in clean energy jobs. He intends to end the Affordable Care Act.
Don't they all just sound brainwashed? They all sound like cows. Boo. Boo. They all sound like a bunch of cackling cows. Boo. Like, I wonder if they got like a big Titatron telling them the boo. Like, you know, you go to like a show. You go like to a late night show, and they tell the studio audience to applaud. Are they telling them to boo? Boo. Boo. Like, what is happening here? It sounds so telegraphed. Like, what is happening? It sounds so telegraphed to me. It really does. Let's continue.
To take us back to a time when insurance companies had the power to deny people with pre-existing conditions. You guys remember what that was?
Insurance companies are doing that anyway. Insurance companies, they wiggling out of anybody's situation. That's what insurance companies do. Are you going to give people are you going to talk to these black women? A lot of them dealing with high blood pressure, high cholesterol, diabetes. A lot of these black women, they're dealing with obesity. Are you going to give these black women free health care? Are you going to do that, Kamala Harris? Because if you were going to do that, maybe you could get a vote out of me. Are you going to give these black women that are suffering with high blood pressure, diabetes, gout, all these different ailments, high cholesterol, are you going to give these black women free health care? You're not trying to fix the issues. You're not trying to fix anything. You are working for the 1%, Kamala Harris. Black people see right through you. We know who's funding you. We know who's behind you. We know that it wasn't by coincidence that Joe Biden dropped out the way he dropped out. We know it's by no coincidence that you got all that campaign money within that short period of time. You are funded by sugar daddies in high places, and you are not working for black people. That's a fact. Let's continue.
Children with asthma, breast cancer survivors, grandparents with diabetes. Georgia, America has tried these failed policies before, and we are not going back. He intends to
She ain't say nothing. She ain't saying nothing. She ain't talking about nothing. What did she say in this speech that is talking directly to black people? Nothing. I did not hear nothing that would directly affect the black community. What is going to directly change and impact the black community? Nothing that she said. It's more of the same old, same thing. Now, if you want more of the same old, same thing, then listen, bro, that's your prerogative. But stop acting like this woman is going to invoke change. She's going to do it differently. She's going to help black women. She's going to protect black women. No, she's not. I'm just disgusted. I'm disgusted. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. I cannot wait. For the Democratic National Convention, because this was just a pure shit show. But you're gonna see a lot of people tap dancing and shucking and jiving and high fiving during the Democratic National Convention. They're gonna come out for that night. This is nothing. This is like a damn appetizer. They gonna pull them all out for that day. They're gonna pull them all out. They're gonna pull out the monkey suits. They're gonna pull out the tap dance shoes. They might be sponsored by Popeyes. The next Democratic National. That's how low they're willing to go for that black vote. And that's how stupid they think we are. That's how stupid they think we are. And if you're, like I said, I'm gonna say it again. If you're a black voter, if you are a black voter, you should feel outraged at this display. You should feel outraged that Kamala Harris went into a black city like Atlanta, Georgia. Like I said, this wasn't Iowa. This wasn't North Dakota. This wasn't Colorado. This wasn't some white suburban neighborhood. We're talking about Atlanta, Georgia. All of the issues plaguing the black community. We just seen Sonia Massey, a black woman, be assassinated in her home. You did not speak to any of these issues affecting the black community. This is what you want black people to be excited for? This is what you want black people to be galvanized and run to the election booth for? This is what black people should be voting for? This is an abomination.
I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm gonna do something that's only gonna benefit black people. No. I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm gonna do something that's only gonna benefit black people. No. I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm gonna do something that's only gonna benefit black people. No. Fire! 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 Fire!
Salute to everybody that voted. Let me look at the voting booth. Right quick. Salute to 126 people we got in here. Y'all riding high. Make sure you hit that like button. All right? Hit that like button.
With darkness and silence through the night.
Let me get to these votes, y'all. Salute to everybody that voted. It's a pleasure to be here with you. We riding high. We riding high for America. You see the hat. Are the Democrats insulting black people's intelligence? 71% say yes. I agree. 29% says no, and that's out of 611 votes. That's absolutely incredible. But that's just how I feel, man. If you're a black voter, you should be disgusted at what happened here. You should be outraged. You should feel some type of way. You should feel insulted that they thought that, putting Meg the Stallion up there in some tight little tights, shaking her doodle maker, was going to be good enough to get the black vote. You should be offended at that. You should be offended that Quantavious went up there and talked about gun control. And you could see the agenda a miles away, because Kamala Harris has been talking about tightening up the gun restrictions and stuff like that. You can see the agenda from a mile away, and you can see who has been paid off to say what they're saying. Quantavious, you got a billion raps of you talking about shooting guns at people, using illegal firearms. You talking about riding around with the stick, riding around with the Draco. I can literally pull up lyrics of you rapping about using firearms. But the political left gave you a butter biscuit. They shined up that butter biscuit. They sprinkled some oregano and some garlic on it. Parmesan cheese. You took the butter biscuit and you took the script and you read it and you went with the flow. We see through it. We see through it a mile away. We see the agenda. How can y'all, let me ask y'all this. How can y'all not see the agenda? Because I looked in the chat and somebody said he is so off point. He is so off point. How am I off point? Think about it. I want you to think about it. Use your noggin. In what I'm saying, how Quantavious Quavo is. He took a bag. He took a bag to say what he said. Look at what I'm saying. Follow me. Walk through the woods with me. All right? Hold my hand if you have to. Think about this. This man raps about using firearms. I'm pretty sure this man, he lives in Georgia. I'm pretty sure he has a firearm in his home, right? This man raps about firearms in all of his raps. He's rapped about shooting people, killing people, selling drugs. He's probably has a registered firearm in his home. What would make him go on Kamala Harris campaign rally and talk about gun control? Not talk about a reparations bill, not talk about a hate crime bill, not talk about a bill that will protect black citizens from white supremacist officers. What would make him go on a Kamala Harris campaign rally with a bunch of black women and black men in the crowd? What would make him go up there and talk about gun control? He took the bag. Let's stop being coy about this. He took the bag.
I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm gonna do something that's only gonna benefit black people. No.
He took the bag. He took the bag. He took the bag. My chat doesn't agree with you because we have 600 people that voted and they said that, yes, the Democrats are insulting black people's intelligence. So no, they don't agree with you, Baldwin. I don't know what you're talking about. Nobody agrees with you. Nobody agrees with you. Talking to this guy in the chat. Nobody agrees with you, man. Everybody's saying out of 600 people, 73% of those people are saying yes, the Democrats are assaulting black people's intelligence. Yes. Look at the poll. But with that being said, man, as a black voter, and listen, I'm not here to tell you who you should vote for. I mean, I think when I do these shows, people have the misnomer and the misconception that I'm sitting on here campaigning for Donald Trump, or I'm campaigning for the conservative right wing, or I'm campaigning for the Republican. I'm not doing that. I'm not here to tell you who you should vote for. I'm just calling it how I see it. Now, listen, I made videos about Donald Trump. I talked about Donald Trump, how he wants to give officers and police officers federal immunity when they commit crimes against people. I talked about that. So I won't be voting for him either. But we gotta call it how I gotta call it. I gotta call, you know, the BS on both sides. I'm an independent voter. I don't rock with the political left. I don't rock with the conservative right wing. I'm not affiliated with neither one of these parties. I don't speak for neither one of these parties. I'm just calling it how I see it. This is one of the worst elections that I've seen in my life. This is one of the worst selections I have seen in all my years. Donald Trump, Kamala Harris, for the soul of America. Absolutely horrendous, absolutely terrifying. But it is what it is. We'll see on election night. But what my point here today is, if you're a black voter, this should be insulting to you. You should feel insulted that the Democrats thought that this was acceptable, that this was good enough to pacify us, that they couldn't find entertainers, activists, leaders that were respectable, honorable enough to galvanize a black vote. They got Meg the Stallion on stage to shake her ass, and Quantavious, you know, up there shucking and jiving, high-fiving, butter biscuit, bamboozling. You already know what he was doing up there. Let's keep it a buck. That's what they think is good enough to pacify us. That's what they think is good enough this season. And you need to show them during this election season, that's not good enough. You've got to do more for the black vote. You've got to do more to get us to come out and vote for you. You've got to promise us more. And why is that so hard for the political left? Why, when we ask for more, we get pushed back? When we ask for them to do things for us, we get pushed back. Why do we continue to get pushed back? But when you know, let me just go through the history, and I have to keep saying this.
I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm gonna do something that's only gonna benefit black people. No.
But I have to keep saying this. Every other community gets incentivized. When it comes to the LGBTQ community, the political left has incentivized them. When it comes to the Asian community, respect to the Asian community, the political left has incentivized them. When it comes to the Hispanic community, the political left has incentivized them. What has the political left done in the last, let's say, 30, 40 years for black people? They've done absolutely nothing.
I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit black people. No.
And that's the narrative. And, you know, for a lot of you, no disrespect to you white people, because you're always talking about black people. You always got your hands out. Oh, you got your hands out. You want reparations. You want this. You want that. Yada, yada, yada. But when Asians got when the Asian community, and no disrespect to the Asian community, when they got their hate crime bill, why y'all didn't say nothing to them? When the LGBTQ community got incentivized, why y'all wasn't looking at them and saying, oh, y'all always got your hand out? When the Hispanic community, oh, how about this? When the immigrants came in here flooding the sanctuary cities, and you know, they put them up in fancy hotels and gave them credit cards, why y'all wasn't talking about them with their hands out? But when black people who have built the country, who have fought in all of your foreign wars, who have fought in World War I, World War II, the Civil War, Vietnam, who have been entrepreneurs, who have been paying taxes to this country for generations, who built this country, the backbone of this country, you look at us and you say, oh, you always got your hand out. You always got your hand out. Shame on you. Shame on you. Shame on you. But like I said, as a black voter, we constantly get taken advantage of by the political left. We've been voting for these people, the Democratic left, for over 50 years. What do we have to show for it? I mean, for 50 years, we have seen for 50 years, we have seen what voting left has gotten us. And I'm not telling black people vote for the conservative right wing, but the days of us just talking and caping for the political left, those days have to be in the past, man. We have to talk to both candidates. Let's talk to both candidates and see what they have to incentivize us. Donald Trump, listen, hear me out. Donald Trump may not be able to give black people reparations. Donald Trump may not be able to give us a hate crime bill. Donald Trump may not be able to do a lot of things for the black community, but maybe there's one thing he could work with us on. But we're never gonna get there because we got political bootlicking, token Negroes, and the political left that jump when the Democrats say jump. And we have to stop moving like that. We have to stop, being like that. Those days have to be over. We can't move like that anymore. I just looked at Kamala Harris on a podium at a campaign rally talking to a sea of black women. She did not talk about Sonia Massey. She did not talk about reparations. She did not talk about any issues that is affecting black people directly. She's talking about issues that are affecting all Americans. The price of a big pharma, the prices of your apartment building. Like these are things that everybody are affected by this. But I guarantee you, hold on, listen to me, black voters. I want the black voters to listen. Hear me closely. When she gets in front of the European Jewish community, and respect to the European Jewish community, when she gets in front of them, you know what she's going to talk about? You know what she's going to talk about? Sending over more funds to protect Israel. When she gets in front of the Hispanic community, you know what she's going to talk about? Immigration. When she gets in front of the LGBTQ community, you know what she's going to talk about? Things that's going to incentivize the LGBTQ community. But she insulted the black community. She stood there in front of a sea of black women and did not talk about issues that directly affected them. I just want y'all to think about that. Just want you to think about that. You have a Democratic candidate that does not care about the issues and the problems that black people are faced with. No, this is not pre-taped. No, this is me talking live and direct. This is the Check-in Report. Welcome to the show. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. All right? Let me look a couple of y'all chatters in here. Chris says I'm biased as hell. Maybe you've been watching this show for the last 5 seconds, but I mean, I literally just talked about how Donald Trump, I would not be voting for him because he wants to give officers federal immunity. I did a whole show about him yesterday. I mean, I don't know where you guys get that, but I mean, if you think that I'm biased, okay, man, okay. Douglas says y'all need to wake up and get off the plantation. I mean, I think black people need to get off the Democratic plantation. Get off the Democratic plantation. You know? Get off the Democratic plantation. You know, get off the Democratic plantation. It's about time. It's about time that we start doing that, you know? Somebody says not bad cops. No, police do not have federal immunity. They do not have federal immunity. Trump wants to give officers federal immunity. Now, that's why I won't vote for Trump. I won't vote for Trump. I won't vote for neither one of these candidates. Both of these candidates are terrible. This is like one of the worst selections of presidents that of presidential candidates that we've had in a while. I can't think of a time of when we had this bad of a presidential election selection. I mean, I'm racking my brain right now. I'm thinking like, when was it probably have to go back in the 70s. Maybe like the 70s. You know? Even no, 70s. Nah, I can't even say 70s. I'm really trying to rack my brain. Like, when was the last time we had this bad of a selection of candidates? Like, this is like one of the worst selection of candidates ever. You know, I don't blame a lot of people for not voting this year. I'm not gonna blame them. If a lot of people choose not to vote this year, I'm not gonna blame them. This is just a bad selection of people to vote for. Somebody said RFK is actually a great candidate. I believe he was as well. I believe he was as well. You know, I think RFK. Now, let me ask y'all this. A lot of you political, liberal, left-wing bootlickers, let me ask you this. Because we got a couple Kamala sexuals in the building. Let me ask you, Democratic bootlickers this. Why did they kick RFK out of the Democratic Party? Why did they kick him out? Were they that scared? Were they that petrified that RFK was a direct threat to Joe Biden and Kamala Harris? Were they that scared? Were they that petrified of RFK? Why did they kick him out the party? I believe, this is my opinion. This is just my opinion. I believe that they were petrified. They were scared. They wanted to either keep Biden or Kamala Harris in office. That's why Joe Biden left the office the way he did in that late of fashion. That's why we didn't get a primary. That's why we didn't get any, Democratic, debates between Democratic candidates. Why'd they do that to him? Why'd they kick him out the party? Were they that petrified? Were they that scared? Yeah, he probably would. I could see him funding that. I could see him doing that. I mean, Trump is going to do the same thing too. I mean, I don't think it's about that. I mean, Trump is gonna fund. He's gonna fund it too, man. What's the difference? Yeah, man. But somebody just called RFK Jr. a commie. It's called him a commie. Oh man. Yeah, man, but I'm just disgusted with the political left. I've been disgusted with the political left for a long time, I've been disgusted with the political left for a very long time. I know I didn't just wake up on the wrong side of the bed today wanting to go in on the political left. I've been feeling like this for a very long time about the political left, And the only reason I go as hard as I do on the political left is because black people have been voting for the political left for over 50 years. If black people were voting for conservative right wings for over 50 years and they had the type of record the Democrats have, then maybe I could say, all right, we should be going in on the Republicans. Look at all the Democratic ran cities. run down in the ground, infrastructure crumbling. Most of them are immigrant sanctuary cities, trying to weaken the black vote, weaken the black communities. They're all selling out to gentrification. They're weakening black communities. They're weakening black businesses. These Democrats are not our friends. They're not helping us. They're not helping the black community. They're not helping the black vote. They're not helping us. They haven't been helping us for 50 years. So, I mean, I have to go in on the Democratic left. I'm sorry. Look at the record. Look at the rapport they have with black people. Look at the record. When you look at the record, you could understand my gripe. You could understand my problem. Now, listen, I'm not caping for the conservative right. I'm not caping for the conservative right. I'm not caping for the Republicans. But when I'm looking at the record of the Democratic Party, it is what it is, and I have to call it out. I'm gonna tell the truth. I have to tell the truth. You can't have a record like that and then think I'm just supposed to be kissing your ass. I'm not kissing no political left wing ass. Sorry. It is what it is. But with that being said, y'all, I want to thank y'all for joining me. I just want to come in here and talk to the talk. Let me read a couple of y'all what people are saying in here. It's a couple of people in here saying, I'm not gonna read nobody that's stupid saying stupid stuff. I'm not doing it anymore. Let me see. Somebody says Trump. Salute to Joy. She says Trump with a heart emoji. Let me see. Chris says correct. Yeah, man. Listen, I'm here to tell the truth. Yeah, man. Somebody says look at the Republican-led states. I mean, yeah, you got a point. You got a point. But if I'm looking at all right, see, you're looking at states. I'm looking at cities. Look at the Democratic ran cities. Look at Chicago. Look at Detroit. Look at New York City, for Pete's sakes. Come on. Look at these places. These places are damn near like hell on earth right now. What are you talking about? Look at the Democratic ran cities. I was more so talking about cities rather than states. I was more so talking about cities. Because a lot of these cities are just, they ran down in the ground, But with that being said, y'all, I want to thank y'all for joining me. Salute to Sinclair and Fredro, my two mods, doing the damn thing. Salute to Sinclair and Fredro. Putting in that work. And the last thing I just want to say, if you're a black voter, stop being used by the political left. Vote for who you want to vote for. If you want to vote for the political left, if you want to vote for the Republicans, cool. But stop allowing the political left to use you. They've been using black people for a very long time, and they just been telling us to vote for them. They're not promising us anything. They're not incentivizing us in any way. I mean, we just looked at Kamala Harris sit on stage and talk to a black woman and didn't, talk to them directly, talk to their issues directly, talk to what's affecting them directly. We didn't hear that. Stop being taken advantage of as a black voter. That's what I want to tell all of you black voters, and black people in here. And to everybody in here, thank y'all for joining me. Thank y'all for joining me this evening. We're gonna do more shows about this. Trust me, we're gonna do more shows. We're gonna talk more about these things, more about these issues that are happening in this election season. I hope you guys have been entertained as well as enlightened. I am your host, True and Living. This is the Check-In Report. I'll see you guys another video, another time, another live. God willing, we'll see you. Y'all have a blessed night. We out of here, y'all. Toodles. We out.
What a thrill darkness and silence through the night. What a thrill. I'm searching and I'll melt into you.